Welcome to GISTUBE TV, your home for everything entertainment. We bring celebrity lifestyle news, happenings across the world. We bring to you social events, anything at all that interests you. You're going to find it on this channel. Just go through our content. You will become glued. I promise you that.
AY was never my friend. Basketmouth Bride Okwocha, the comedian, has come out to respond to claims by AYcomedian. AYcomedian is junior colleague who, granted an interview recently mentioning that Basketmouth called himself a beast and says that he never forgives, following an altercation or a misunderstanding that happened between them back in 2006. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. I'm going to give you a recap. You are going to catch up soon enough. But let me just start with Basketmouth's response to AY the comedian. Basketmouth referred to AY as a snake, saying that there is no reason why he should let himself be friends with a snake. He actually really did counter everything AY said, and you will know that Basketmouth did watch the video that AY made, the interview video of AY where he addressed the beef, apparently beef in quotes, between himself and Basketmouth. Now, having said this, for those of you who are not aware, let me just give a brief recap of the beef between AY Macon and Basketmouth. Both of them, by the way, for whatever reason, if you're living, I don't know where you might be living, but you do not know about this duo, I don't know. But for whatever reason, if you don't know about them, both of them are elite comedians. They are actors now. They have diversified their portfolio, of course, but they started out as comedians in the Nigerian entertainment industry, doing stand-up, doing comedy skits. The OGs of comedy in Nigeria, that is Basketmouth and AY. Now, AY is about 51 years old, while Basketmouth is in his 40s, so there is an age gap. AY is older than Basketmouth in reality. But when it comes to this comedy thingy, Basketmouth has been in the game way longer than AY. He is AY's senior colleague, you understand? So back in the day, when AY was struggling, Basketmouth was already beginning to become a name. Alibaba had his contact, he was doing well for himself, and at least in stand-up comedy in Nigeria. So AY said that back in 2006, he was hustling. Basketmouth was good, and there was this thing they did that because it was hot, because Basketmouth was hot then, he used to have different gigs in a day. So what he would do is he would just make appearances in all of these gigs and leave it in the hands of upcoming comedians to continue in his step, to just continue filling for him, to just round up the event. And so that was the opportunity he got. Basketmouth was supposed to be on the show, be in the show, just MC an event, and he had another event. So AY came in later to stand in for Basketmouth while he went about his other businesses. And AY said at first they didn't like him, but much later they liked him, etc. And the show host, the event host, took his number. That is AY's number, and he was supposed to be paid 30k, and to him 30k was a lot of money. Then it would go a long way to sort his bills then. So he was waiting at home for Basketmouth to send him his share. Nothing came. He reached out to Basket to say, bros, Oga, abeg, you never pay me my 30k. Basket said the event person never pay me, and recall that AY already shared contact with the event person. And so AY said he felt like, when he pay my boss, make my boss pay me. He can't reach out to the event host. Now, so he messaged the person can't say, I don't pay Basket now. Why Basket say I have not paid him? So he screenshots the conversation between himself and Basket to the event host, and the conversation between himself and the event host to Basket, and he just screenshots both communications and then sent to the other parties, and that Katala busted. Isha got his money, last, but he said that since that time, Basket refused to talk to him. That was the story that AY gave. Now, responding to this, Basket said a different story. Said, first off, AY is not my friend. AY painted a narrative that it was my guy or something. We were never friends. What happened indeed was Life Matters. Alibaba called me and said, I want you to put this guy on, and he said, okay, no problem. You're my guy, you're my boss. I'll do it for you. And that was how himself and AY even met. He said that he has never gone to AY's house for any reason, and that he has never personally invited AY to his house. I took something from there, because it means that AY has gone to Basket's house maybe not invited directly by Basket, but some persons, for whatever reason, social calls, AY has been in Basket's home, not by Basket's invitation, but Basket has never gone to AY's home. Showing that indeed what AY said was truth, because in that interview, AY did say that he has reached out multiple times. Every time he sees Basket, he grovels, he tries to make comments and says sorry boss and all of those things. But Basket has proven to be difficult and not willing to, to forgive. And he even said, AY did say that when Basket's wife, whenever she gives birth, himself and his wife would go on a social call to congratulate them and all of those things. So indeed, AY has gone to Basketmouth's house. And so Basket said they are not friends. They just met because Alibaba wanted him to put AY on, and we're supposed to maybe have a collaboration of some sort. But that in the course of planning that, he heard some things about AY, or some things that AY did has done to some persons that just left a bad taste in his Basketmouth's mouth. And it's like, I can't really work with this person if he has this kind of habits, if he's this, mischievous and deceitful. But because AY and himself had never had a communication or a business together, he can't really say indeed AY has this kind of behavior. So he couldn't outrightly withdraw from that so-called collaboration that was supposed to happen. But he kept his distance and was just watching. I was being extra careful with AY, just watching and waiting for him to display any habit that might seem like it can be cunning. When somebody is just basically waiting for you to just fuck up, to just mess up, and that was what happened. So he said that he was already somehow concerning AY, and that he would be very honest. When the whole event happened, he lied to AY that they had not paid him. But he said that there was no event host involved. It was between himself, AY, and a certain Magnus, I think that's the person's name. And they were the persons involved, and it was Magnus that was basically the person in between that AY told. And when this AY said they had not paid him and all that, he said he told Magnus, pay AY his money, make him the go. I don't see the kind of person where he be. And that was what made him withdraw. But because the things he heard about AY that already giving me an impression of AY, you can't come to AY to say, back then, he couldn't go to AY to say, guy, now waiting I hear because now I don't want to work with you with this. But he just let the whole event situation be the shadow. You understand? To make it seem like that is why there is a problem between us. But in reality, some deeper things have happened, or he has seen and heard some deeper things. But he couldn't relay that to AY. And that was what happened. This is Basketmouth's story that I'm just letting you know. Him saying that AY is not his friend, AY is a snake, AY is a terrible person, and indeed he does not want to be friends with AY. They were never friends, they are not guy, because all of the interview that AY was saying, he was guy, that even said they called Bright or Portia's name. He said, nah, you're not my guy, you don't get to call me that, because you've grown to a place there's a certain stage in your life you get as an individual where you define your circle. I've defined my circle and you're not close to it. You're not even around it. He even mentioned the old wedding brouhaha where AY said that it was bounced from Basketmouth's wedding because his name was not on the invite list, the guest list, but his wife's name was there. And Basket said, I didn't make that list. Some of my close friends were even, excluded. I forgot to even include them in that list to send. But for whatever reason, they were excluded. And of course, if your name is not on the guest list, they will bounce you. So you're saying you were not invited, your wife was invited, and your wife followed you out of the venue when your name was on the guest list is like some error of omission or whatever. It's error of forgetfulness, because he said that his wedding involved his close friends, and even some of the close friends unfortunately could not even make it to the wedding. But all of these weddings we are saying, they don't separate now. Two of them don't go. That means Elsie, after 3 children together, Elsie and Basket, they don't separate. Basketman announced it to say that their 11-year, almost 12 years relation, marriage had ended. So, I don't think we should be holding beef concerning that. But yeah, that's the story. Basket has said that yes, he did lie to AY concerning the payment or whatever the event situation, but that there was no event coordinator, and AY really betrayed him, and he does not work with snakes, and really he has come to a place where he has defined a circle. There's no reason in bringing AY into that circle, because he can't fit in anymore. Both of them have defined their paths, they've gone different ways, and both of them are doing very well for themselves, by the way. Both of them have made movies, both of them have done shows, both of them have just diversify their portfolios, and they are making they are making good money. So regardless of beef or no beef between them, these guys are well established. I don't know if a partnership will ever occur or anything, but they will be fine. I understand they are fine. So I mean, regardless of anything, they are fine. But it can't be awkward for people who are friends or who are mutuals of both of them, when having to, not be in this person's event. But I don't think both of them are immature to the extent that they say, oh, you're my friend and you're in Basket's event, so I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to pick a fight with you. Or Basket to say, oh, you're my friend and you're in AY's event, so I'm going to pick a fight with you. I don't think that's what is happening. But I don't think that will happen. But if it does happen, well, I hope they are all able to just keep it as industry beef and not let it extend to, outside activities. That would be lovely to know. But I want to hear from you in the comment section, because a lot of netizens, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of internet users have things to say concerning this. Some person saying, see, we are tired, people should go to court, because like how people have kept it private for so long. Why? What is this podcast thing? Right? People are just making yourself guest and you're just revealing all of this story. We don't want to hear about it. Making a go rest somewhere. People are saying that they are really tired of both of them trying to act it out. We don't want to know what's going on between you guys. We have lived perfectly okay, not knowing what is going on, just knowing that both of you are in the industry together as colleagues and not friends. We are fine. Please don't stress us. If you are in that school of thought and in that category, the comment section, please let me know. But if you are one that you're like, I want the tea, I want to know about you and Basket, what have happened, this one and this one, what is happening? Let me also know in the comment section. And if you have some more intimate details that I've not included in this video, you can also let me know in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I'm going to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.